remember something that Swami Kriyananda once commented, probably at one of the celebrations of his birth, and it's somewhat related to that image of the house. He said, for certain, it was a very great blessing to be able to live with Master, to be in his presence, to have met him while he was in the body. Certainly, for sure, that was a great blessing. But he also mentioned that sometimes it was a handicap for some people, because what would happen is people would, you might say, they loved the house, and they became so attracted to the house that they forgot to take notice of the occupant that was inside of that house. And so it was that people would come to see Master in terms of his personality, in terms of his outward form, and his very beautiful personality it was. But that really wasn't who he was. It was part of who he was, of course, but there was something much larger also. And to be too familiar with that sometimes had people forget the larger mission for which he came. Master came, as we know from reading the autobiography, he was chosen. He's an avatar. He came not for any reason of his own, but he came for a larger mission, to serve at God's will. He came to fulfill a mission specified by Babaji, to, in this age, to give a new expression to religion and to the purpose of religion, which is to allow us, to help us, each as individual souls, to have an experience of the divine. And he came with that mission in a very specific way. And that was quite appropriate for this age of energy in which we have lived in, we have come into this age which is very modern, and now can understand subtler realities as predicted by his guru, Swami Sri Yukteswar. And he came for that mission to share the teachings of Kriya Yoga. And it was he who was chosen by Babaji. As we know, he was chosen and sent by Babaji to his guru for training, that he might be sent out into the world to plant these seeds of spirituality in this new age. For it was a time when a new expression was needed and was being called for by souls, as Babaji says, souls, and in that beautiful meeting between Babaji and Christ, that many souls had been calling for something to help them have this direct experience of God. And for those of us who did not have a chance to meet Yogananda in the body while he was still in his life, nevertheless, we can feel his presence. We can feel it very tangibly in the practices of these things that he's handed down to us. And also, we have the opportunity, as he said, to be in tune with him by serving his work. By serving his work means not necessarily organizationally. What it means, serving his work, is by being of service to allow those blessings, that presence of his presence to flow through us, to share him with everybody. He says, I want thee, Lord, that I might give thee to all. And in the same way, that's the spirit that we should approach the spiritual path, to find God, that we might share God.